Everyone. I didn't really want to ever think something like this would happen, but here we are. For some context, before we start, r/Lorefield is a place we have been building up for the past few years while we wait for Starfield. That's been me and Mitch alone, pouring our own money into this, especially the giveaways, which we've only done one at the moment. So there'll be more. So at some point. And this community even started on the r/Starfield subreddit, which was the only one place to really discuss Starfield at the pre-2021 teaser days, and I met a lot of friends through that. Me and Mitch both did. We met each other through a post that I made jokingly what we would call the lore community, which came up as r/Lorefield, which Mitch claimed, and then I joined, and we decided, yeah, let's do this, right? And while this YouTube channel and the podcast have been passion projects of both me and Mitch, we decided since the beginning to leave r/Lorefield as just the lore subreddit. Obviously, we still link to the podcast on the sidebar, but we are a network, and Lorefield is a whole entity in general. Like, that's like the minimum we do and will do. In fact, the one that gets promoted the most is probably the Discord, and that's obviously like to, if you want more talks that you don't want to post, you can. We've got a Discord, and of course, the subreddit isn't run by different people. And obviously, there was a time when we would post podcasts like drops, but we were a lot smaller back then, and later on, we decided not to as we grew because it went against the original vision. So, yeah, we stopped that. And to the actual topic now. The mods over at r/Starfield have decided that r/Lorefield isn't fit to be a lore subreddit for Starfield and have decided to make their own. And why should we care, you might ask? Well, we care because we put so much work into building up this lore community over the past, it's been 2020 when we were founded in April. And they have a larger size, and they just snatch that away from us. That hurts. Something you've poured so many things into, and so far haven't seen anything from. The lore subreddit is never going to be anything monetized, nothing at all. The podcast will always be free, never going to monetize that. Lore content is going to have a lot of work put into, so stuff like that. Anything that has like lots of effort put into the content, then that will be monetized. But subreddit, podcast, always going to be free, always going to be for the community. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That is not where we're at right now with Lorefield. Lorefield is just passion at the moment. We don't see any gain from it currently, and I want to make that clear. But it's not just us that they've done this to. So they've claimed r/Starfield_modding. And it's like, fair enough, right? But r/Starfield mods already exists, and by the way, it's run over at the guys who run the Nexus Starfield modding Discord. And I feel that's quite unfair to them. Who, Nexus focuses on mods, and they've had their fair share of drama over the few years, but they're still, they're still popular. They're still the number one modding site, and it's not fair to them either. It does hurt. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't hurt, and it hurts Mitch as well. And I haven't had much time to process this at all. Ultimately, r/Lorefield is not about the podcast or YouTube. They're linked on the sidebar, but that's it. We link all the wikis that you can access. As a personal preference, obviously, I prefer the unofficial Elder Scrolls Pages project for the Starfield wiki. But there are two others, like the fandom, and I can't remember the name of the other one. But they're all linked, and we even have a concept art link. Like we're in it for this community. And yes, those links exist, but those links are, look, they're not in the way. They're on the sidebar, and we also link all the Bethesda stuff. We try and be neutral on the subreddit. r/Lorefield was planned from the beginning to be just that, with the same name to the YouTube stuff, because it's a cool name, right? Lorefield. I could have thought of that years ago, and I'm surprised we even got the name. And I cannot wait to make content for everyone, like you. And many might see this as a pointless video, but I think it's important to always clear the air, and I'm aware this is going on. I don't want to feel like I'm attacking them, because they're free to do what they want with their Reddit accounts, create new subreddits and stuff. They're free to do all that, but it does sting a little, because they know we exist, and they've known we exist. I believe Mitch has reached out to them before, and we've heard nothing from them. We've tried to establish a connection, but they've rejected it. And some of these people run all of the Fallout subreddits, which they hold. No, it's not all of them, obviously, but there are one or two that pretty much run all of them. And with the Fallout especially, they've created the Fallout network, which is fair /enough, keeps everything in one place. But a monopoly in a community is never a good thing. And what they've done / are doing with the Starfield community on Reddit, at least, is monopolizing it. And it's going to be the same mods, or at least most of them of the same. It's going to be the same. And then if you get in an argument with a mod and you get banned, you're banned from all those communities, technically. And you might as well be. And if one person has a grudge against you, well, then you got to look for alternatives. A community is a community when it's run by different people. A form of monopoly isn't great for any community, and you can't say that it is. It's like with companies, monopoly laws exist for a reason. It's, have some competition going on. And, them creating the subreddit, it doesn't create like a void where r/Lorefield won't exist anymore. It will still exist, but because of their size and their domain subreddit, they can dwarf Lorefield and make us seem like rebels that just don't like them. When no, I'm sorry, we were here from near the beginning. We were here at the 2020 hype, and I was in the community for a lot longer than that. Many of us were, and I'm not really good with this kind of content where I have to address stuff. I find it difficult, but anyway, I just wanted to make this video to clear up the stuff, and I'll edit this and see how it gets put together, because I don't want my rambling to seem like I'm crazy talk. Anyway, despite all this, r/Lorefield is not going anywhere. It'll always be here. It'll always be linked to this, and through Lorefield, me and Mitch have made some amazing content creator friends, and even contacts at Bethesda, and we could never, ever be more grateful for that. So, thank you, everyone. We're entering the phase of Lorefield where we just cover lore on the channel and not news, necessarily. And I'm excited for the future of Lorefield. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on the topic. again, I'm not very good with this stuff, so I guess, yeah, I'm concerned about being undercut on Reddit after all this hard work we've put in. And I don't want to whinge. Like, they can do what they want. It's just doesn't, because they can do what they want doesn't mean it's fair. Especially with the Nexus people, the Nexus modern Discord. Like, not fair. And it's not as, and even the last thing I'll say about this is their description, and I literally got it up on my screen. So, literally, here's what the description of r/Starfield and Starfieldlore says: a subreddit dedicated to the lore of Starfield, a community from the community, for the community, without any ties to channel, podcasts, websites, or any similar advertising. Which then they go to advertise their Starfield modding subreddit and r/Starfield, the hypocrisy. And it's, basically the same people, or most of them. And honestly, it's a dick move. Honestly, but we've got this community and Starfield's so close. Let's not let this get this down. We are entering a new era for the channel, and I hope you stick with us. And when the channel grows, we will always do community stuff, which is mostly going to be on the Discord. Possibly some Discord streams or Discord trivia down the road. I'm rambling. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, depending on what time you're watching. And thank you for listening to me ramble about this. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you in the next video.